What's up? What's up? What's going on, peeps? All my good peeps, what's going on? So, it's your boy, Hi Man, with your week 3 NFL picks. Man, it's been a rough start for some people out there, especially Denver. There's some real rough starts for people like Denver, man. Sorry, Russell Wilson. I'm hoping they could, get off your back a little bit, man. There's so much going on. It's crazy. You tried the first half, looked good, man. But the second half ran out of gas. So, it happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, it's professional sports. It's football. Things gonna happen, man. They're gonna happen. And nothing you can pretty much do about it, pretty much. Give me 1 second, people. 1 second. So, let's get right into it. Get right into it, man. I gotta go work out after this, so I gotta make sure, man, that I'm, hitting on all cylinders when it comes to this. So tonight, we have the Giants and the Cowboys. Lord, I'm sorry. I'm so used to the Giants and the Cowboys playing. Jesus, sorry. The Giants and the 49ers tonight. So we got the Giants and the 49ers tonight, okay? So everybody already know pretty much who picking who. When it comes to the Giants, you never know what you're going to get. I do have Daniel Jones for at least a rushing touchdown tonight. If you're doing prize picks, if you're doing DraftKings, what's that, FanDuel, underdogs, whatever you're doing, make sure you got Daniel Jones for at least a rushing touchdown tonight. Just one. Because one thing about it is he's going to get a rushing touchdown. I know the 49ers could dismantle the situation. He could get injured, but I do see him getting at least one touchdown, so I think that's a pretty good pick. So make sure you do that. But Christian McCaffrey, at least 2 touchdowns more than likely. Brock Purdy, at least 2 touchdowns passing. Debo may get one. It might be George Kittle sighting. Who knows? But these guys definitely gonna put the beating on the Giants. This will not be much of a game. I really think I have San Francisco by at least a 18 plus. So if you're looking to have, let's say, a close game, I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't see where you're going to get a close game from with 49ers against the Giants. Give me 1 second. Put your glasses on. Okay. All right, here we go. So, we have the 49ers and the Giants tonight, Thursday night football. Make sure y'all tuning in to watch Thursday night football, wherever you are, at a bar, YouTube, wherever. It's going to be on there. It's going to be great. So you guys take time to sit and enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game. Get you some nice wings. You know what I'm saying? Get you some fries on the side. Get you some nice wine or some liquor, whatever you do, whatever you drink. Go get you some of them Coach Prime wings. That's my goal for the day. I'm going to get me some Coach Prime wings tonight. That's what I want. I'm gonna get some Coach Prime wings tonight. You heard me? So I'm gonna make sure I'm doing that. Yeah. But besides that, next game up we have the Falcons looking pretty good. Falcons gonna shock a few people against the Lions. I don't see the Lions losing at home. But I don't see how they beat the Falcons with those running backs the Falcons have. The Falcons have a running game that's almost unstoppable. They are going to the playoffs this year, I believe. I think the Falcons is going to make the playoffs. If this team stays healthy in the NFC, they're going to the playoffs. It ain't much in the NFC, so why not? Why not the Falcons? With Bijan Robinson, man, wow. Lions, good luck. Now Jared Goff can go for 300 easy. It's Jared Goff. He can throw. Let's make that clear. Jared Goff can throw that football. He can damn sure throw the football. I would give him at least a touchdown too. Maybe one interception, but I would say at most, I give him a touchdown. I wouldn't say so much of an interception as a setup because he really don't throw too many interceptions. But give him at least a touchdown for him, definitely. And he got some weapons. So the Falcons got their hands full. But if they control the game and run the football, they win. I think the Falcons pull it out and by 3 at least, maybe a touchdown, but I say by 3 if they run the football and control the game. If not, take Detroit. Because if it turns into a passing game, it's a no-brainer. Detroit is going to wax them. They're going to bust their ass if it turns into a passing game. But we know, like over the years, mediocre team do mediocre things, and they're trying to come off the snap, and it's a little bit different now with those guys. Over the years, I see Detroit trying to come up. I see them trying to come up, man, but they just can't, they can't get there. They want it, but it's I can't. As soon as you get to the top of the mountain, you stop right before you hit the peak. That's the Lions. You get to the top, you win 8 games in a row or something, 7, 8 games, something. And the next thing you know, everything go downhill. Whoop. See ya. They can never get to that peak. So I just don't see it. I don't see how the Lions have a chance to make the playoffs this year as well. We yet to see what's gonna happen. I believe they can make it again. I think they can make it. They're a pretty good team. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. But they're a pretty solid team. So I can see them kind of, on the verge of making those things happen. Like I said, they're pretty solid. They're a pretty good squad up. So, the week 3 schedule for the NFL is going to be live. It is going to be great. I'm going through some of my notes right now, so some of my stuff real quick, making sure that I don't miss anything this week like I did last week. So definitely going through all the games and the schedules for this week. So that's what's going on right now. Next up we have Baltimore and the Colts. Funny because the franchise used to be the Baltimore Colts. It's kind of crazy. So they got some history, but I will say Lamar Jackson pulls this one out. Now, let me make something clear here. I don't know who see it coming like I do, but Anthony Richardson is coming. This kid is the real deal. Anthony Richardson is the real deal. He is. He is really the real deal. Pay attention, people. Richardson ain't nothing to play with. This dude is balling. Though he been hurt and all kinds of... This dude balling, man. They can upset the Ravens. I don't even know where to start. Like if I was to go on my prize picks and all that. Who gonna do what? The Ravens is confusing. I won't even have them in my lineup. I won't even have Lamar Jackson in my lineup. Because they're so night and day. They're a good team. But I'm waiting for them to hit that stride, man. Every year he be balling. Lamar Jackson come out balling. And then something else. And then they get against a mediocre team and they not performing. And then I'm around here losing money. You know? I ain't got time to be losing money. I need money. Okay? So, anyway. Colts versus Baltimore. I'm going to take Baltimore. I'm going to take Baltimore by at least 7 points. I don't think the game is going to be out of hand. I think this Colts team, this defense, this team know how to play football. And the Ravens, they at home. This is the time for the Ravens to show that they can be the cream of the crop of the league and all of that good stuff. But see, the thing is with that is those guys don't know how to perform under pressure. Baltimore go through the same thing every year. When the heat is on, they get the fuck out the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? They get out of there and they get out of there fast. We don't want no smoke. You're playing good through the season, you get in the playoffs, and now you're hanging it up. You're throwing it in the white towel. You're scared. You don't know how to perform all of a sudden. It's a trip. But we'll say that for another day. I like Baltimore against Indiana. Indiana will give them a run for their money. This will not be what people think it's going to be. If you've been paying attention to football, so you know. I like. Wow. This next one is so balanced. You just never know what's going to happen. And if it's a rain game, which probably is going to be, Cleveland versus Tennessee. But Cleveland at home. If it's a rain game and Tennessee and Cleveland, I like Tennessee because Tennessee has the better running back. Now, make no mistake about it, Cleveland got a nice little running back too, that new guy. He pretty good. I wish Nick Chubb was there. I bet on Nick Chubb last week and he got hurt, so still got paid, but he got hurt. And that messed me, but it could have been a lot more money. Nick Chubb is the truth. Should have been rated as the #1 running back. You know what I'm saying? For consistency. Every year, hell of a running back. The guys, not giving the running backs an opportunity to run this football. But in Cleveland, there is. So, Cleveland, I like Cleveland at home if it's not raining. But I like Tennessee if it's raining. If the rain comes down, I think Tennessee take this one. And I like Cleveland defense as well, but I just don't see, they couldn't hold off Pittsburgh. I know they can't hold off Tennessee. Pittsburgh's not that good. They all right. But whatever. Also we have New Orleans against Green Bay. Wow. Hard hitting machine. That's a hard hitting game. If you don't know nothing about football, watch New Orleans. Watch Green Bay. That is going to be a hard hitting game. I think this game is 21-17, something like that. I think it's 21-17 at the end. Green Bay. pulls this one out in Green Bay. I think they just have the better QB. No offense to Derek Carr. I mean, whatever. Derek Carr's subpar ass quarterback, always been. I don't know what people see in it, but anyway, Green Bay is gonna give them a run for their money, and they're gonna be putting their stamps on their ass. Trust me on that. Them boys in Green Bay for real. Trust me when I tell you that. The boys in Green Bay is for real. They not playing around. Y'all watch it. Green Bay coming. Them running backs, they got good running backs. If they use the screen pass the majority of the game for their running backs, that game ends quick. They blow New Orleans out. But New Orleans and that defense, man, I don't know if they going down like that. I don't think they're going down like that. If you think they're going down like that, something wrong with you. I just don't think they're going down like that. It's going to be a pretty good game, though. I got them at like 21-17 at the end of it. I mean, if I'm wrong, then whatever. But I think 21-17 is very accurate for that game. Also, get Jordan Love for at least a touchdown or two on your fantasy. Because Jordan Love is going to be throwing. Them boys is back this week. His receivers is back this week. Y'all better, Romeo Dobbs and all of these guys, man, they back. Y'all make sure, on your fantasy, man, make sure they Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love coming. I wouldn't bet on 300 yards passing, though. So y'all make sure y'all don't do no stupid shit. You heard me? But, Jordan Love, man, he look pretty good. I like Jordan Love, man. So yeah, take my hat off for Jordan Love. I knew he was pretty good. Every time I saw him come in after Aaron Rodgers beat the brakes off somebody, so I knew he was pretty good. Even when Rodgers was faking the COVIDs and all that other stuff, I knew that Jordan Love was a pretty good quarterback. Yeah, and we also have, let's see, Jacksonville and Houston. We don't need to be betting on that too much. We know Travis Etienne for a rushing touchdown. Of course, we might as well get the quarterback as well, because he's gonna make sure he throw for a touchdown or 2 or 3 to Calvin Ridley. So y'all make sure y'all got Ridley on your fantasy this week. I think Ridley goes off against Houston. Besides that, Houston, I don't know what kind of bets you can play for Houston. You don't know if the running back will get a chance to run the ball. You don't know who will get it. If CJ Stroud will get a chance to throw the ball. The coaching is so whack when it comes to black quarterbacks. It's so whack. These guys, quarterbacks, whether race, color, it don't matter. They're still quarterbacks. Quarterbacks throw the football last time I checked. So let these guys do their thing, man, and have fun. Okay? Thank you. But betting on Jacksonville would be a smart choice. And it's at Jacksonville. I should go to the game, just being honest. I should go to the game this weekend. But anyway, long story short though, Jacksonville kicked their ass. I'm not going to really say a landslide, but I got them 14 plus, so yeah, Jacksonville kicked their ass. That's easy said, we're done, but you know how it go. We got Miami and Denver. Of course, we're going with Miami. Denver's a sleeper. Everybody talking trash about Denver. Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson that. He can't throw, this, they can't do this, he can't do that. Yeah, you older, Russ. You old. You getting old in football years, Russ. You're getting old. You're getting old in football years, Russ. Understand you're getting old. You're getting old in football years, Russ. Okay? Okay, just accept it. You're getting old. You can still fling it, but you're getting old, Russ. You're getting old. And it is what it is, so accept it. But I like Miami. I think it's going to be a real good game. I really do. Denver can surprise you here and there. If Denver somehow finds some defense somewhere or whatever, they're going to be good to go. I think their defense played tremendous in the first half against Washington. I just think the offense couldn't accumulate no offense. They just couldn't get no offense going in the second half of the game, and Washington came back and plugged their ass. So whatever. Y'all know how it go. We going to go with Miami. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, the Waddle man. Y'all know what it is. Tua Tagovailoa. I like Tua. I always like Tua. Tua been hated on just like anybody else all these years. But every time he in the game, it's a win. So I like Tua. Tua the man. Get with it or get stepped on. It is what it is. Tua the man. Bet on Tua for a touchdown to a 2 throwing. I would say go with Tyreek Hill. Bet on a touchdown at least for Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? A +1. Go with Mostert. I think Mostert running in for a TD as well. Hell of a running back who slept on. It's a landslide. I like Miami. Good game, but landslide. Miami majority. 95% Miami win that game. Now, here's an interesting game. Full of offense, and I think both of these quarterbacks go for over 300 yards passing this week. Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert. Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert go for 300 yards passing this week automatically. 1 o'clock game in Minnesota, good weather, all that good stuff. 300 yards, you heard it here first. I promise you, you bet on these 2 and 3 for 300 yards passing on this week, you gonna win. I promise you. But who win the game? Who gonna win this game? Is it an upset in Minnesota or Minnesota tired of being upset? Minnesota at home with that crowd, referees. I say Minnesota, no. I think the Chargers take this one. I'm sorry. I think Herbert come out and throw that thing all over the field. And I think in the end, the Chargers stand on top. And I hate to say it, I know Minnesota home. I love Minnesota. It's one of my favorite teams. But the thing is with Minnesota is Minnesota just can't get over that hump. They always find a way to beat themselves. Minnesota always find a way to beat themselves. Always. So we're not going with Minnesota this week. We're going with LA. Okay? So the Chargers take this one. Justin Herbert for 300. Kirk Cousins for 300. Both throw for at least 3 to 4 touchdowns. Take them on your fantasy. Trust me on that. Take them on your fantasy. I am. Take them. We have New England against the Jets. Jets at home. I believe Zach Wilson can pull this one out. I do. I think New England has the advantage though because they can also pull this one out. They got defense and some offense. But the offensive players and skill players they got, I don't see them getting over the Jets. So I wouldn't go for a nail quarterback for over 300 yards. I would go under. I would take under on both of these quarterbacks. I would take at least 2-3 interceptions on these quarterbacks. I see it coming. That'd be a good pick for you. If you're looking to get a good pick in, take it. Trust me on that. Just one of those games where it's just going to be wobbly, shake it. You know what I'm talking about? Everything gonna be discombobulated. You feel me? Stuff like that. It's gonna be crazy. Trust me. It's gonna be crazy. It's just one of them games. Trust me. Ain't gonna be no coordination in that game. Trust me. It's just defense. We have Buffalo and Washington. Washington sneaky. At home, they're sneaky. They can actually upset Buffalo. I don't have them upsetting Buffalo, but I think they can. But if they lose this game, they lose about 7-3. Simple. Real simple. Josh Allen throws for over 300 yards in this game, 2-3 touchdowns. Easy said and done, but it's going to happen. Yeah. In Washington, if it's not raining. Now, if it's raining, which I think it may be raining, Washington got a chance to beat that ass. Especially with the running back. They need to run the football. Washington need to run the football. They can pull this one off. Josh Allen. If it's not raining, good day, Washington. Take Stephon Diggs. Y'all already know. 10 catches, 130, 40 yards, easy. Trust me on that. Check your fantasy. We have Carolina against Seattle. Now that's a good game. The defense, they don't have the quarterback for Carolina yet to play in those type of games yet, but you're going to learn eventually. Babyface, you need to wake up, bro. Welcome to the big leagues. I know you're the man, young, but hey, wake up, bro. I like Geno Smith in this one. I like Tyler Lockett. I like Metcalf to get the job done. I really do. I'll take Lockett for a touchdown. I'll take Geno for at least 2 touchdowns passing. And Metcalf might get one. Or he might just have a lot of yards. It's not to be trusted. But they're at home, so I know he's going to be looking for him early. So you might get him for 1 touchdown. I'd say that. But move along. Cowboys, Arizona. Need I say more? Cowboys sometimes like to play down to other people's level. This could be a setup game for the Cowboys. This could be a setup game for the Cowboys. Really can. But I think they're on a mission. I don't see the Cowboys losing. I see the Cowboys putting the mud hole in their ass and walking it dry. So we going with the Cowboys on this one. I got Tony Pollard, 2 rushing touchdowns this week. I think Cowboys gonna bust their head. Like I say, stump a mud hole and walk it dry on their ass. In the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, hey, it is what it is, baby. Tell him, Cameron. Hey, all right. We also have Chicago, KC. Chicago, KC. I like KC. Patrick Mahomes is not going 1. He's not going 1 and 2. Y'all can forget it. Patrick Mahomes, 2 TDs for sure passing. Don't see it at 300 yards too much, but he could get there. But I would go with a touchdown before anything. Also, this is just over with for Chicago. It's over until these coaches start letting these guys play football and stop playing conservative. It's a wrap. KC, baby, all the way. Pittsburgh and the Raiders. Pittsburgh and the Raiders. George Pickens, at least a touchdown. Kenny Pickett, at least a rushing touchdown. Garoppolo for at least 2-3 touchdowns. In Las Vegas. They're in Las Vegas this week, so it's going to be a pretty good game. But I got Garoppolo at least 2 touchdowns, 2 to 3 touchdowns, 2 at the most. With Watts coming after him. So, yeah, straight like that. And so y'all get Garoppolo in your fantasy for at least 2 touchdowns. Get Kenny Pickett for at least a rushing one and 1 passing. Sunday Night Football, 8 p.m. Y'all know what it is. So we got that, and now what we need now is the running backs. Najee Harris. Do we have Najee Harris for at least a touchdown this week? He may get one. I think Najee Harris may actually rush for a touchdown this week. So yeah, put that on your fantasy. Josh Jacobs as well. Josh Jacobs may actually run for a touchdown this week or 2. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how it go, but yeah, catch that on your fantasy. Also we have Philly, Tampa Bay. Wow, Monday Night Football doubleheader. Is it a doubleheader? Oh, that's the Thursday game that's coming up. Must be. That's at 8 p.m. That's the Chargers. Yeah, that's the Chargers. 8 p.m. ESPN. How's the Chargers going to play twice? That's weird. They play Minnesota this week. That must be the following week or something. Okay, whatever. So we got Tampa Bay and we have Philly. So Tampa Bay and Philly. We have oh yeah, so it is a doubleheader. I'm sorry. We have a doubleheader, y'all. I'm sorry. We do have a doubleheader. We have Tampa Bay against Philly, and we have the Rams against the Bengals at home. So the Bengals at home coming up. they got to get a win. Everybody knows it. They got to get a win. I know Joe Burrows is still hurting, whatever, but they got to get a win. LA already got one. They lost one, but they're trying to go 2-1, so they're coming for your neck. But anyway, before we get to that, let's go back to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield against the Eagles defense. I think it's going to be a pretty solid game. I think nobody goes for 300 yards passing. I think it's all at least under 230, something like that in that game passing. I see rushing touchdown for Jalen Hurts. I see Devontae Smith. Hopefully they're getting Brown involved. You know what I'm saying? I think they get Brown involved this week with a touchdown. So put him on your fantasy. Baker Mayfield with Evans. You got Evans and Godwin. So Evans and Godwin, I see them with a touchdown as well if he put that ball in the air. Closer into the red zone, though. I don't see it 40, 30 yards passing down the field. Too much, none of that. But even though if he do put it up there 1-on-1, now they can get it. I'll say that. It's going to be a good game. Tampa Bay Eagles. Eagles pull this one out, I think, though. I think Baker Mayfield take his first loss. I think the Eagles pull this one out by 7 points, 3 points, something like that. It's going to be a tough game to play down in Tampa. Next game, though, LA. We got Cincinnati. Cincinnati not what people thought they were. At the moment, they still a pretty good team, but they're not really what people think they are. They hurting at the moment, and they paid all that money for them linemen, and them linemen is shit. They linemen are shit, and I think that Aaron Donald's gonna have a field day on their ass on Monday Night Football, and he is not to be embarrassed. Y'all better pay attention. Matthew Stafford them is gonna pull this one out. I think Bengals go to 0-3. It's a Super Bowl rematch. Don't forget that it's a Super Bowl rematch. But the Bengals lose again. Bengals go to 0-3. Rams go to 2-1. At the end of the day, get Stafford for a touchdown in your fantasy. I think Joe Burrow's come out trying to sling it, trying to do what he do. But they really need to establish some type of running game. And I believe that's what it is. And that's all I got this week for you guys. That's all I got this week for y'all, man. Y'all make sure to follow me, man, at A-Wise Sweet Potato Pies, man. Y'all follow me, man. Make sure you following me at A-Wise Sweet Potato Pies, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Make sure you following me, man. Make sure you hit my YouTube up, man. My YouTube, Antoine King Young. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, man, for your latest picks, your earliest picks, your latest fantasy, drafts, whatever you need. I'm here with it. I got your content. And y'all subscribe, man. And yeah, I'll be here for you, I promise, man. I give you all the greatest picks you can ask for. I've been an expert for years at this football stuff, so man, if you're looking for some expert picks, man, and you're not sure, come and holler at me. Trust me, I got you. I'm the man, baby. You all too. Get your money, handle your business, and do what you do. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.